In my last video, I began my Jam Gauntlet entry, and that did pretty well, so I'm continuing the series. Today, I'll be adding 4 unique parts with interesting gameplay quirks for each one, and so let's see what I did and how I did it again. The first thing I did was remaking pretty much the entire gameplay for this first cube part. The old version felt too complicated, and so I simplified it with less gameplay switches and straightforward timings. I also hinted this in my previous video, and I would later change pretty much all of the gameplay for this cube part off camera. Now, a lot of this video will be in post-commentary since I forgot to record a lot of this. But let's get on to the next part of the level, which will be a wave part. Now, I kind of forgot to mention this, but I want to try to not use a single slope in this level as they're extremely painful to decorate. But that meant that it would be equally as hard to make a good wave gameplay for this level. What I opted for was a few long clicks and a short spam synced to the song. I would also add some size and gravity switches so that it wouldn't be too boring. I really liked building this, and let's see what I'll do for the next part. Hey guys, it's Woofle here. So, we're back to working on Thundering Metropolis. And there are some changes that I've made, mostly with this gameplay right here. Anyways, now we're actually working on this ship part right here. In the beginning, I was just informing chat what I've already showed you, so we skip that. Let's say I'll do something like this. Maybe I'll go into slow speed here. Now, I did say that I didn't want to use slopes in this gameplay, but I made an exception for this ship part only, as I wanted to do something like this part in Glorious Fortress. And something that I want to do, I want to make it so that right here you do like a portal switch. So I guess I have to retweak some of this gameplay. The creating process of this was very simple, but my mic was lagging a lot during it, so I'll do a lot of post-commentary here as well. And I want to make this sync as well as possible. The creating process for this was pretty similar to the UFO part, with me first adding the main gameplay, then structuring it afterwards. I want to do a robot part for when I get to the drop. So my plans for the drop is that I'll have like a 3 times speed like robot part with bunch of different things. I would do a few more seconds of normal ship gameplay, but then I would do something interesting, something quirky, as you guys might say. There you go, like this, it gets a little bit faster, then bah. I wanted to use a lot of trigger orbs for this gameplay quirk, but I first had to build the rest of the gameplay up to that point. Let's say some more structures. Yeah, just the same simple structuring. The creating process for building this part was pretty similar to the UFO part, where I experimented a lot and stuff went pretty well. But the next part would be pretty hard to make work well. Start position again, because I'm pretty lazy and yeah. The rest of this ship gameplay wasn't really that interesting, but I did put some firework into it. And since my mic was lagging a lot, I'll just go over this separately and pretty detailed in post-commentary. So I have Thundering Metropolis pulled up here with the part in question, and these are actually the only triggers for the part if you don't take into consideration these toggle triggers. You have to click all of these toggle triggers. If you don't, then you die, but if you spam, you die as well. So what you have to do, you can only click these toggle triggers right here. And if you click anywhere else, then you die. So all of these are activating group 9, which is a pickup trigger that goes to this instant count trigger right here. And this basically checks if all of these triggers have been touched, and if they have been touched, then this wall gets deleted. Although, there's this touch trigger right here, which goes into this pickup trigger, and that basically detects how many times you've clicked in this part. It's basically just click the orbs simulator, and I would say it's like at least a decent bit difficult. I might not be the best at explaining, even though it's not that big of a deal, but with the ship part aside, let's begin with the drop part. Now this part is where the level really gets interesting, as this will be one of the most vast parts of the level. It's kinda like the fortress part in Glorious Fortress, except way zoomed in. I don't know why I did that. I also took some inspiration from this robot part right here, mostly with the structuring and the gameplay for the part. For the gameplay itself, I went with small structures that shift up and down to the music. Take a listen. I had to make these objects have the setting Don't Boost Y turned on, and I had to shift them around a lot since they were pretty buggy. Now, I'm not that good at making balanced gameplay, so I decided to finally get someone to playtest a level of mine, specifically the great Geometry Dash YouTuber Alamicious. And here is how that went. So, I have with me Alamicious, who is going to playtest the level. So, you want some like...
Hello.
Yeah, hello. So, if you want some like info for this level, this is basically for Jam Attacks Creator Contest number 5, and it's projected to be Insane Demon, but I think I've made it a little bit too hard, so yeah.
Let's see. I'm not the best player. Oh crap.
So, yeah. What do you think so far?
I mean, I can't judge hard gameplay.
Wait, what's your hardest?
Oh my god. Game time. I just go for like the funny levels. Like my first hard demon was a white woman. And get the coin. Okay, I see the coin route. Interesting.
I'm like gonna add some more coins. I just added that one coin because why not?
So you're gonna be decorating this.
Yeah, I'm going to be like this will be 100% solo, but I might have someone like balance this more and yeah, that black orb, you're not supposed to hit that. It's just a fake. So I'm trying to make this as like interesting as possible. That blue orb is also a fake blue orb. I will indicate that like in the decoration.
Oh, I'm decent at hard wave, except when there's portals involved. I hate portals and waves. They don't work together.
Oh no. Well, that's the problem, since that's one of my favorite wave gimmicks, portals and waves. So this is basically the Glorious Fortress ship parts, but with steroids. So there we got the Giron click. Soon you'll get to some like trigger orbs, and then I'll explain what those do. Here, you have to hit all of those. Oh, you just did that, okay. So you have to hit all of those toggle orbs. I haven't added like spikes to this robot part. But basically you have to hit all of those toggle orbs, and you can't hit anywhere else.
I hope you don't mind me slowing down the game a little.
No, it's fine. So you don't, yeah, you have to hit the black orb late, like, and yeah.
Well, that's what you have so far.
Yeah, that's what I have so far, 43 seconds. It's going to, like, end about where the golden starts, I think.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna record the macro real quick and see how that plays. Nice. If you don't mind.
And while Alamicious is recording his macro, I'll humbly ask you to please subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 subscribers before July.
Oh, come on, of course.
I think I'll like slightly nerf that spike.
I mean, yeah, watching it without dying, it does feel like some kind of prequel to the Golden, in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like after the wave and the golden, it's like becomes slow and the ship kind of reminds me of that bit.
Yeah, thanks for playing this. You guys watching this video.
No worries.
Thanks for watching.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to...
Subscribe to Waffle GD.
No, you have to
Waffle.
subscribe to Alamicious. And with that...
No, I like...
With that, let's get to the final showcase. Just kidding, we have one more part to build. Now for this part, I took inspiration from this part in the Cellar Path, as it fit perfect with the lore that I was envisioning with this level. It'll definitely be pretty hard for me to explain the lore right now, so I'll just wait until we get to the actual decoration of the level. But now, we're finally back to some live commentary building, so let's get to that now. So yeah, just the classic black orb and blocks combo. I want to try to make this at least a little bit late in a way. Do you ever get one of those days where you basically can't make any good gameplay? Yeah, that's what happened with this spider part, so I reworked it a lot off camera, similar to the cube part in the beginning. It is certainly difficult, I can say that at least. Let's do a spike like this. It was very infuriating for me to playtest this gameplay since it was pretty much extended list difficulty. Let's have a little corridor up here. Have this go a little bit down, then it goes back up, and then it'll be something like this, I guess. It's hard to make this gameplay when everything's just like that. I'll just place a temporary spider or spider pad here. This gameplay is pretty much my generic type of gameplay, but it works fine here since I didn't really do that much earlier in the level. It's also hard to make commentary for this because I very often suck at like explaining what I do when I make gameplay. Right here, I'll do another like those pad things. Remember this click in the previous episode? Well, I had that same type of problem with these clicks right here. They were just so annoying to make work well, but I got something that worked decent in the end. I guess I'll do more of this nonsense and just not do the memory stuff. Yeah, also, if my commentary sucks, it's like almost 11 PM when I'm recording this. Also, this is just stupid. And after some more inconsistent timings, I switched everything up and turned you into a ball for the second time in this level. This would also be more accurate to the inspiration, as it would even add these boxes from the Cellar Path, which would be interesting to decorate. I want to make this kind of similar to the spider part with like the same like click-based stuff and being inspired by the same thing. But it would be pretty difficult to implement it correctly in the beginning. I hate this process of playtesting so much because like, oh you die, oh you die, oh you die, dude. Or I guess like that even. It looks insanely hard, but it's not insanely hard. Also, maybe this timing is pretty hard. I'll just nerf that a little bit. If I want Jam Attack to like this, then I need to make this good. Yeah, it's not that much of a jump, but it does sync with the music. And I like when stuff syncs with the music well. I then added these boxes right here, which I hinted to earlier on in the video. But then what I'll do, I'll place this right here. But then you hit that place, so I had to do a bit of tweaking to this part as well, but not nearly as much tweaking as I had to do with the previous part. But I digress. With that, this part and this video is finished. Finally! Next time, we'll be crashing through this part and enter the most climactic part yet. What will this lead us to, and what will we discover? That's for another video, but now let's get to the final showcase of the level.